Ok. La última vez cuando lo dejamos, estábamos como en un lugar así de bandidos, pero ahora estamos aquí en pleno centro, no es malo. Ya. En el capítulo anterior resolvimos nuestro segundo caso, que era que nos tuvimos que disfrazar para descubrir, o sea, para tener el retrato de un ladrón que entró a robar a una tienda. Maestro del disfraz. Pum, pum, pum. Esto fue en eso. Y ahora lo que tenemos que hacer es seguir investigando sobre la mamá, pues, porque nos están diciendo que se abrió una investigación sobre la muerte de la mamá. Así que eso. Let's fucking go, Sherlock Holmes. ¿Qué nos dice aquí? Me ha venido la mansión Stonewoood, tiene que estar en Gran Saray. Tenemos que ir a Gran Saray, eso es lo importante. Entonces, para ir a Gran Saray, ¿dónde está Gran Saray? Acá está. ¿Qué es donde está el hotel en realidad? Ok, kiosco de noticias, vale. Tenemos que buscar. También vislumbré un puente y una iglesia en una colina. La mansión ha de estar cerca. Vale. Dice que tiene que haber un puente. Preguntemos, pues, tal vez nos dirá.
Can I ask you a question?
Can't say I know.
Pensé que tal vez podía. Al mercado. Ya, pero si hay un puente tendría que ser o allá o acá. Vamos a ir allá primero.
Extra, extra. Dilema indeluso.
Un LOL bajo arresto. Aquí está la iglesia y el puente, ¿dónde puede que esté?
Excuse me, just one question.
Sir, I can assist you straight away.
La gente dice que hay una mansión abandonada en LeBlanc Road, entre Vernon Street y Silent Way. Gracias, eso necesitaba yo. Vernon Street y Silent Way. Baskerville. Silent Way.
I'm fine. What's up?
LeBlanc Road, entre Vernet Street. Esa es Verne de Street, po. Silent Way. The Blank Road. Me tinca que acá.
I have no time. Nice to see you.
Perdón. Vender de ropa. Perdón.
Help me, please.
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Aquí hay un puente. Pero no es esta la mansión. Y aquí está la iglesia. Pero la iglesia... Tiene que ser ahí. Aquí a la izquierda y sigo dándole.
Hello.
Este es el sector... El sector pudiente. ¿Cachai? Ya se ve la iglesia. Y aquí me tengo que meter a la derecha. Mansión STONEWOOD. Nah, la encontré, mi guacho. ¿Es la misma? Claro que es la misma, por manito.
Hey, Sherry, there's post here, and it seems as if the letter was delivered recently.
Sherlock, espero que esta carta no te llegue, porque eso significaría que has consumado tus delirios. El pasado está. Gastar más tiempo y energía volviendo sobre tus propios pasos es cuando menos un lujo pueril, y en el peor de los casos una debilidad patológica. La tuberculosis no es compasiva, y fue mejor que no contemplaras sus consecuencias a pesar de tus quejas. Supongo que a estas alturas ya habrás visitado el lugar de reposo eterno de nuestra madre. Confío en que esto haya satisfecho tus impetuosos impulsos y te haya liberado para que puedas regresar a Londres de inmediato. Es el momento de darle la espalda al pasado y ayudar a construir el futuro. La nación te necesita.
After reading that, I am even less eager to return home than before. Let's investigate our manor.
That's the Mycroft I know. Predictable.
There she is. Our old manor. It's smaller than I remember.
You were a couple of feet shorter back then, Sherry. Or maybe it's bigger on the inside.
at the ash all over the door. I don't recall hearing of a fire.
We don't have to stay here. You can afford another night or two at the hotel.
It's stuck.
Oh well, let's just head back. They probably haven't even stripped our room yet.
Come on. Must be locked.
Move aside. Let me have a go. Seems fine to me, Sherry. This barrier, perhaps it's mental, not physical.
Or perhaps the rest of us are simply constrained by reality, John. I wonder if there's a key secreted somewhere in the garden.
Take a look around, Sherlock. I'm sure you'll discover something.
¿Cuánto sabe? Algo vamos a encontrar por acá. Por acá no. Por acá sí.
I did not expect these to still be here. It was enjoyable to practice using real handcuffs to make an arrest.
Ah,
An irreplaceable tool for catching a thief.
la espada, una irreemplazable.
Hey, that's Wooden Joe. He was always the best at playing criminals.
Oh,
And this must be the reason our suspect was apprehended. Wood and glass, oh, very precious. Funny, Wooden Joe reminds me of the trouble we once got in with the police. Do you remember, John?
Somewhat. Maybe we can recall more details.
aquí no. Ahí está.
The policeman brought us both home, John. That's why he was here.
I'm pretty sure he brought something else with him too. Do you remember what it was? I bet it was our reward.
No, we were not so lucky.
Es como un trofeo.
It was a set of lockpicks that we had used to sneak into someone's house. That's why we were arrested.
Did someone come out to investigate all the commotion?
It was Mycroft. He smoothed things over and convinced the policeman not to press charges. The officer left and never returned. But we had to endure a serious talking to from my brother.
Aquí nos retó.
Mycroft wasn't happy about the fact that we were arrested. It felt like he lectured us for hours.
Did we give him something afterwards, Sherry?
Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. It was a letter. That's why we snuck into the house. Mycroft asked us to.
Ah,
He wasn't angry we stole, but that we got caught.
Oh, that's right. It must have been only a couple of months after we moved to Cordona. Ugh, the good old days. Whoa.
How very odd. It appears that memory stood between me and the manor. It's as if my mind palace had seeped into the real world. This deserves further investigation. Perhaps there's more to discover inside.
As long as there is a comfortable place to put my feet up, I'll be happy. Maybe a chaise longue.
Aha!
aha. Here we go. Ya, estamos en la mansión.
Home sweet home, Sherry. Home sweet home, Sherry.
Se va a celebrar una subasta pública que tendrá lugar el 20 de julio en la mansión STONEWOOD. Todos los lotes se han seleccionado entre los mejores piezas de la familia Holmes y los expertos lo han evaluado. Su autenticidad está
And
confirmada.
I was wondering why it's so empty in here.
There may be a small chance that some of our property could be found among local traders' wares. It is worth a look, wouldn't you say?
Localiza a los comerciantes de muebles en la isla para adquirir artículos para tu mansión. Sus mercancías se renuevan a menudo, así que mantente atento. Ya. Y ahora estamos viendo... la mansión en una subasta pública parece que es probable, pero puede que podamos localizar. Ya, dale. ¿Podemos ver algo más por acá o no? Tragedia en la mansión STONEWOOD. Noticia de la muerte de Violet. Violet Holmes, o yo puse Janet. La señora Violet Holmes, viuda de Seager Morland Holmes, falleció de forma repentina ayer, 9 de abril de 1869, en su domicilio. La sobreviven sus dos hijos de 20 y 10 años, aunque... ¡Ay, se llevan por 10 años! Aunque no está claro que vayan a permanecer en la mansión STONEWOOD, la señora Holmes compró la propiedad hace solo un año. A pesar de su débil constitución deteriorada a causa de la tisis, la señora Holmes fue rápidamente acogida entre la élite de Córdoba. Tenía en su vocación, además de las profundas intuiciones de una mujer dotada, la fortaleza de un hombre, la conciencia de una santa y el ingenio de una autora de sátiras. Especialista en objetos antiguos, se convirtió en una autoridad de la verificación. La policía llevó a cabo una investigación a su llegada a la mansión, pero no han trascendido los detalles. Se desconoce la causa de la muerte. Hoy estoy
Something
leyendo
did
terrible
happen
mal.
that day, but no one can tell us the details. How can that be?
Agreed. It's rather suspicious.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it. Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
I can feel it.
Another one. There must be something important behind it.
Ah, yo cacho que voy a ir desbloqueando después las puertas.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it. Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
I heard footsteps upstairs a second ago. Wait, do we have an attic here?
Ya, no debería haber nada más. Ay, y aquí.
I remember how angry Mycroft was about these marks. He called it a frivolous, childish endeavor. Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it? Hey, this is the luggage we
O
brought
sea que
from
nos vamos a
London,
quedar
isn't it?
aquí. Me ha quedado claro. Ya, entonces localiza a los comerciantes de la isla para adquirir artículos para tu mansión. Puede ganar managers, comerciantes locales, comerciantes locales. Vale. ¿Qué tenemos en el diario? Documento. Angie, notificación de subasta. Recuerdos.
You'll never find such magnificent paintings anywhere else. Just take a look. Sorry, I have nothing to offer you at present. Tired of your garden view?
No era.
Visit my... My goods will brighten up your house. You always know where to find me. Garden statues, swings, and even more. Landscapes and portraits. Find the one that your house is lacking.
May I ask for your assistance?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
May I ask you something?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't think I'm rich enough to talk to you, sir.
Excuse me, just one question.
Excuse me? What?
What?
I'm not sure I know.
Ya. Entonces.
Garden statues, swings, and even more. Landscapes and portraits. Find... Sorry, I have nothing to offer you at present. Make your My goods will brighten up your house.
Ya voy a comprar eso.
Enjoy your purchase. My goods will brighten up your house. You always know where to find me.
May I ask you
Make
something?
your garden cozier
I have nothing
with
to
our
hide,
goods.
sir, but I've never heard of this.
Y arriba no será.
Can I ask you a question?
There is no amount of money that would make me talk.
Ya, está bien.
May I ask for your assistance?
I don't know. Perhaps someone else can help you, sir.
Pero,
Excuse me, just one question.
Please, don't get angry, sir. But I know nothing about...
el diario de John. Todas las preguntas que hace Sherlock debe estar llevando.
this, I swear to you.
Excuse me, just one question.
Apologies, sir, but I've...
Ya.
never heard of it.
No creo que tenga que preguntarle a todos, po.
Is this familiar to you?
I've heard something, but actually no, never mind. I know nothing, I'm sorry. Take a look. Try it. The finest clothes for the finest citizens. Of course. Think it over. Take your time.
Exquisite furniture for your home.
Mueble de lujo este.
Sorry, I've nothing to offer you at present. Sorry, I've nothing to offer you at present. Refresh your interior. Pick what you like.
Oh, pensé que era esto.
Come closer and try something on. You won't regret it.
Could you help me?
Mr. Fancy Clothes won't find any answers here.
Are you able to help me?
There is no amount of money that would make me talk.
Vamos a ver qué onda.
Extra, extra! Come, take a look. The finest clothes for the finest citizens. Of course, think it over. Take your time.
Masterpieces by lo- Sorry, I have nothing to offer you at present.
Ah.
Help me, please.
I usually have an answer for everything, but not for this.
Simply the best garment.
A ver, yo creo que hay que seguir. Vamos a seguir comprando.
Make your garden My goods will brighten up your house.
Vamos a comprar esto. Truco. Es que tengo muy poca plata.
Enjoy your purchase.
Uy, sí, la voy a disfrutar. Cuaderno. Pum. He conseguido recuperar todo lo que había en nuestro patio delantero. Ahora que lo he restaurado, me pregunto si hará que afloren algunos recuerdos. Me voy. Pero me puedo ir por acá. Mansión STONEWOOD. Como piedra, madera.
The garden's much prettier, don't you think? I bet the memories are all flooding back now.
Oh!
Ah, the best place for reading.
Ya. Tenemos la banca igual ahora. ¿Y dónde está el David y Goliat? ¿Qué estás mirando?
Hey, is anybody at home?
Idiota.
Hello?
My mother liked the story of David and Goliath. She said it doesn't matter how small you are, you can always overcome any obstacle.
Buena. Y ahora entremos a ver si nos recordamos de algo.
Home sweet home, Sherry.
Ah, que soy idiota. Ahora sí. Ahí sí, pues, Broly.
Ah, yes. We were sword fighting in this very spot.
And that time, I was the winner.
So, as your victory prize, you asked me to fulfill a wish. I remember we did something the very next night, John, but what was it? We've brought a cage with us. You insisted it must be made of iron.
That's because we were preparing to hunt fairies in our garden. Everyone knows iron is the only thing that can hold them.
And I was distinctly uncomfortable.
It was a disguise, of course. Fairies are easy to scare off, unless you're incognito.
And every trap needs bait. We brought honey and a glass of warm milk.
After 2 hours lying in wait, we noticed movement in the bushes. The fairies appeared at last.
Vamos a tratar de ir adivinando antes de ver. Animal rosa gruñido, un gato.
No, it was just Isolde the pig. She
Era
was
un
lured by
cerdo.
the smell of honey and milk, and ate every last drop. Isolde belonged to Mr. Sim in Miner's End and escaped regularly. At least twice a month we would see him searching for her all over the island.
Ya, una noche maravillosa, derroté a Cherry con la espada, todo un logro. Mi premio fue que se me uniera en una cacería, hacerle una compartida, entusiasmo, ya eso es. En realidad, cuando los cerdos vuelven. Vuelen. Ya vale. Esos son recuerdos. El arresto fallido, recuerdo. Estamos. Nada por acá. Ah, no, ya no me aparece.
Hey, is anybody at home? Hello?
No. Eso es lo que yo pensaba, pero sobre el sol de la cerda que había olido la leche y la miel se terminó hasta la última gota.
One of the first things I saw when entering this house as a child. It's like déjà vu. Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
A ver. Si vamos donde el señor Sim, en Miner's End, me imagino yo.
Mycroft's umbrella, the only outgoing thing in his wardrobe.
Another memory incoming, Sherry.
Strange. I struggle to recall anything about the day we moved in. The only detail I'm sure of is that it was raining early that morning. Our mother brought a slew of belongings with her. She refused to leave a single thing in London. Mycroft had to spend the whole day dealing with it. There was always a hat on our stand, but I'm sure it did not belong to Mycroft. This trip was a challenge for our mother. I tried to help her.
Do you feel it? Is it the air shimmering, or is it my imagination?
Oh, ya, vamos. Aquí tenemos que empezar. ¿Qué más podría hacer aquí? Ahí sí. No. No, tiene que ser Mycroft. Listo, Mycroft. Y aquí tienen que ser los No, los niños ayudándola. Esa es la situación.
Your neighbors will be told that Mrs. Holmes is suffering from tuberculosis. It is common to move closer to the sea in such cases.
Thank you, Dr. Richter. No, Sherlock, step away from her. Upstairs. Go to your room.
Lean on me, Mother. Take your time.
Actually, I never heard her coughing. I remember now.
¿Qué onda, Sherlock, que tenemos poca memoria? Llegó en la mañana un día lluvioso. Michael estaba muy serio mientras se ocupaba del equipaje. Cuando vio que Sherlock intentaba ayudar a su madre a levantarse, le ordenó subir a su habitación. El último en llegar fue el médico, Otto Richter, que dijo que los vecinos creerían que ya...
Oh, I feel dizzy. It's stuffy in here, isn't it?
John, are you all right?
I'll be okay in a minute. How about we find our room in the meantime?
Vale. Nuevas pistas en el Palacio de la Mente. Nuevas pistas en todos lados. Diario de John. Recuerdo. Pum, llegada a Córdoba. Listo, eso ya lo tenemos. Además, ¿qué tenemos de nuevo acá? Pásame niñez. John me ha propuesto que encontremos nuestra habitación. Creo que está arriba. Ya, y en el palacio. Listo, una pista, hermano. Mycroft ocultó la verdad sobre la muerte de nuestra madre y me mintió cuando dijo que murió de tuberculosis. Hasta ahí nomás. Epa, que se había abierto una puerta, Esta puede ser.
Look at this. It's like traveling 10 years into the past with a single step. Oddly satisfying. The only fiction book on my table. I can still hear my mother reading it to me. So many pleasant evenings were spent here with the Encyclopedia Americana. Interesting. What's that over there?
Como una llave. Una manilla.
This doorknob has a cross-shaped end. Too intricate to be merely a handle.
You know what? That definitely looks like a key. Let's poke around and see if we can find any secrets.
Me sirve.
The first chemical laboratory I ever made. I almost miss its elegant simplicity.
Porque pasé mi niñez y cada habitación me trae recuerdo de aquel entonces.
Oh, it reminds me of our neighbour. He had the same balloon in his yard, only bigger. Do you remember?
Yes. Oh, these must be the notes of my earliest observations. We wanted to locate a particular dog we'd spotted, and we met it, didn't we?
Vamos a poder abrir.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it. Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
Soy un idiota, Debería haberla activado ahí arriba.
Nah, doesn't fit here.
Ahí encaja todo horrible.
Perfect match. My small archive of crime clippings. Maybe I should pick up this habit again. Still has a faint odor of tobacco, one of the few things on this island that smell like home. Made of cherry wood, father's favorite.
Una pequeña recta de madera de cerezo que perteneció al difunto padre de Sherry, Sherlock Holmes. Tuvimos que ocultarla de Violet porque no sabía que la habíamos robado del armario en Londres. La madera es antigua.
I knew you'd find it in no time.
Buena.
This time I was first to pick beds. This one's mine now.
Aunque no hay informe sobre la muerte de mi madre en Cordona, había un amigo de la familia. Puede que él sepa algo. Ya, un hombre excéntrico llamado... Vale. Esto es en Greek Bridge. Greek Bridge. Un globo aerostático. Soy idiota, Great Bridge es un puente. Ay, Dios mío.
Wasn't that neighbour missing a finger?
That does sound vaguely familiar. Wasn't his name, Theodore? Theodore Gilden, perhaps?
It's the perfect time to investigate.
Vamos con el globo aerostático. Aerostático. Ya. Entonces. Un pomo de madera polvorienta con un extremo intrincado. Ah, pero eso ya lo hice. Ah, ya me acuerdo lo que iba a hacer. Tenía que buscar al vecino. El vecino dice que tiene un globo. Ahí está el globo. Corta, ¿eh? ¿Cómo tenía un globo aerostático? ¿Por qué está mirando para allá? ¿Qué pasó?
Excuse me, just one question.
Excuse me? What? I'm not sure I know. That wretch Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words.
¿Qué pasó?
Destruction and trampled ground. Destruction and trampled ground. Destruction and trampled ground.
Fuck. ¿Qué pasó aquí?
Oof, a contortionist you were.
Contorsionista no era, claro, pues mira. Tiene todo roto.
Reduced to splinters.
¿Qué pasó aquí?
A belt from a dressing gown. Curious.
Claro, una bata y más encima tenía ropa. Entretenido, ¿eh?
Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off.
Cacha las vértebras, claro, pues están al lado de allí del hombro. Vamos, que me queda una pista. ¿Ahora sí? Posible recompensa. Aprenda a leer. Viste, me hiciste malgastar el dinero. Por acá. Ah, ya. No me deja de otra forma. ¿Qué se nos estará pasando, John?
A belt from a dressing gown. Curious. A belt from a dressing gown. Curious.
Algo se me está pasando, amigo. No.
Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off.
Tengo 3 pistas ahí.
An amount of attention that most can only dream of.
Oh, mira.
Didn't we get to fly in it as children? I doubt it could hold my weight today.
He was certainly under pressure.
Me falta una pista, hermano. Ah, que le falta el dedo, po.
A missing pinky, middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilden.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police.
Paliza fatal. Ya, perfecto. Tenemos un caso nuevo.
A strong pull broke this leash. A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Poke the elephant with this? Really? People are hopeless.
Un elefante,
Sherlock,
por
take a
hermano, se
picture of the
notaría.
footprint. It's valuable evidence.
¿Pero a qué le tengo que sacar la foto? Dale, usa Necesitan que le saquemos una fotografía de la huella de elefante, dale. Yo se la saco.
This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation.
Dale, ahí están las patas de elefante y ahí, ¿qué hay? Una bola. Entonces, si tenemos... Puede que el elefante goleado atacara para liberarse.
This is quite comfy.
A royal suite for a favorite pet.
Plenty of food to satisfy even the most fastidious.
Vamos con todas las pistas de acá.
A sailor's knife, useful for cutting wet and thick.
Es de marinero. ¿Cómo te fue? ¿Cómo te fue? ¿Cómo te fue con la cuestión? ¿Te salió uno bueno, no? ¿Te salió uno bueno, no?
A coal gas tank, enough to pump up an airship.
Ya lo vi, hermanito.
It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding. Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
Ya. Entonces, alguien desconocido se dejó un cuchillo cerca del cobertizo del escenario. Eso para cortar cuerdas. No, no da con esta. Pero lo que sí nos da es que... Truco. Alguien cayó a un lado del cobertizo del tanque de gas de hulla y rompió el macetero con el golpe de el cuchillo habitualmente empleado por los marineros. Entonces sabemos que este es de un marinero. Vamos a recrear la escena. A ver, ¿qué sabemos acá? Vamos hasta acá. Tenemos una escena acá. Debería ser el elefante, ¿no? No. Ese se cayó, sí. Está el elefante arrancando. ¿Qué otra escena puede ser? Pero... este de aquí no me calza. Validémoslo, po. No, imposible. Ahí.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Esto debe ser. No, tampoco me tinca.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Ya, color este. Alguien cayó al lado del cortizo del tanque de gas y yo de huya y rompió un macetero. Con el golpe dejó caer el cuchillo, ya. He descubierto pruebas de un tumulto reciente. Han reventado la puerta desde adentro. Se ha llevado al canal. De hecho le falta el meñique. Ya, no tiene marca de sangre, entonces... Esto puede que no sea. ¿Y ahí?
In a fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
Escapó. Alguien cayó, parece que sea, puede que sea testigo. Ya, y el cuchillo bozón.
Is this familiar to you?
Excuse me? What?
What?
I'm not
What?
sure I know.
Excuse me? What? Es que alguien tiene que haberlo visto.
Oh, sir, I'm afraid I don't know about that.
Oh, I am bored.
May I
Call
ask
me when
for
you
your
find the
assistance?
answer.
I'm so sorry. I can't help you,
Ya,
sir.
chao. Tú no caché en nada.
It's as if a storm went through here.
Claro. Puede que Goliath matara a Theodore. Alguien presenció el caos, que se desató, se le cayó el cuchillo, puede que tenga heridas de golpe. Ya vamos buscando a alguien con heridas de golpe.
Do you know anything about this?
So, you think if you have money we should bow to your whims? No, sir.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Apologies, sir, but I've never heard of it.
You obviously haven't thought this all through.
Ya iba a empezar John diciendo que no tengo ni un brillo y todo el asunto. A ver, tú. Farmacéutico. Ha perdido mucha sangre.
Oh, who's it?
Esa es la mía.
Excuse me, just one question.
I'm so sorry. I can't help you,
Dice que ha
sir.
perdido mucha sangre.
What's happened? Oh, who is it?
May I ask for your assistance?
I'll help you, sir. You have my full attention.
Tengo que colocar la parte de la misión. El frente se llama Goliath, que está en dirección al bosque. Ya. Dirección al bosque. ¿Dónde está el bosque?
Oh, who is it?
Para allá. Hacia el bosque. Hacia el bosque nos vamos, Sherlock.
The elephant
Aceite de
barged into
oliva.
this cart of olive oil.
What if we're lucky and he slipped and fell somewhere along the way?
May I ask you something?
I don't think I'm rich enough to talk.
Hoy debería hablarme sobre esto. Ya, pero va para allá. Vale. Oh, ¿qué dice? Me dio... Rota hace poco, el elefante pasó por aquí corriendo.
Hear me out. If an elephant falls in the forest and there's no one around to...
John, no.
Oh, you're such a killjoy. Want to go for a swim?
¿Qué se pone así? Ay, morí. What the fuck? ¿Qué onda? ¿Me hace daño el agua? Mira.
Strange. It was hung with care.
Vamos, quedamos pista aquí en la bata.
The game has escaped us for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
Estimado Teodoro, le escribo de isleño a isleño. Valoro su amistad tanto como valoro las vidas de nuestra gente, aunque me temo que esta amistad unilateral no podrá mantener mis manos atadas más tiempo. Estoy haciendo que parezca débil a los ojos de sus vecinos. Está haciendo que parezca débil. Creen que su árbol es una burla, no la ofrenda de paz que pretendía usted que fuera. La gente está asustada. Se ha negado a que entrenen adecuadamente a su elefante para darle a usted el entrenamiento que su limitada experiencia le permita. Es una situación imposible. Admito que he pensado en expropiar el elefante para dárselo al señor Tilehart, que ha probado que puede cuidar de la elefanta Bean, aunque sea una hembra y mucho menos amenazadora que su bestia. Por favor, reconsidere su situación, Sir William Sinclair, gobernador de Cordona. Ya, entonces tenemos una carta, pin, y además hallado juego llave en el batin ya. El elefante dejó un rastro de huella, las huellas continuaban cruzando el agua. He visto el batín de Teodoro colgando en una rama. Ahora no puedo seguir más lejos la vista del elefante. Yo creo que ahora puedo entrar a la casa, ¿no? Voy a ir para allá, pu. No puedo hablar con ellos. Entramos a la mansión, hermanito.
Gosh, what a mansion.
Gracias, jamón. Epa.
This young lady has a childish interest for her age.
You. Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilden was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss...
Imogen Gilden. Please, I beg of you, find that dreadful beast that killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened.
A ver, cuénteme todo lo que sabe.
Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here, so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never heard such a horrifying sound. My heart stopped. I knew something was wrong. I looked through my window and saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it. It dropped my father's body and charged outside, screaming. Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
Ooh.
That is a terrifying experience, Miss Gilden. I'm sorry you had to go through it.
Thank you. Goliath must be caught, Mr. Holmes.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gilden. I did have some questions for your father. Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to much of my father's life, and it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster.
Ya. Uy, ¿esto?
Miss Gilden, I was on this island 10 years ago, and your father knew my mother. I believe I even had the opportunity to ride that balloon outside, but I do not recall seeing you.
I lived at my late mother's in Sheffield at the time. I'm in no spirit to reminisce right now. The elephant
había
is
que
out there.
intentarlo.
You've never heard the name Violet Holmes before?
Había que intentarlo.
Perhaps your father...
Please, Mr. Holmes. With that beast roaming free, I can't think of anything.
Very well.
Ya, demos la pista.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants, perhaps?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay. I didn't see anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast.
Ya, vale.
Had Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean?
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl, and my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy, Mr. Holmes. It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
Ya. Tenemos 3 pistas actualizadas. No vio nadie. Y además... eso. Podemos buscar pistas acá, ¿no?
A commendable effort to barricade the windows.
Who's a cute bird?
She packed as much as she could carry.
Oh.
The same dull poses on all romantic photographs. So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales.
Robin Hood? Ah.
False idols? Oh, sounds utterly dreary.
Hey, Sherry, we need to talk.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó, John?
You found false idols. We need to find the remaining 2.
What does bazooka even mean? Would this paper be good for anything but blowing one's nose on?
They're not rubbish, Sherry. There's something more. I'm serious.
Very well. I doubt it'll be worth it, but I will find them for you.
Ah, estas son las
You'll
cosas
thank
que
me
me pide
later.
John.
They're some of the most imaginative books I've ever read.
What did you say?
Speaking aloud helps me think. She packed as much as she could carry. How can you read something like this? It's hard to swallow, and that's not due to the hard cover.
You're hardly serious. Any library without Nabe and Laura is incomplete. If you can read, then these books are an absolute must.
Vamos, dime dónde está.
Love and adventure. They're about life.
Oh, I wasn't aware that exploding pyramids were a part of daily life on Cordona.
You haven't seen life, so you might try reading about it at least.
I found this. Who's this young lad next to you, your faithful knight?
Paul. He's my pirate. He's not really a pirate. I just call him that. It probably sounds very silly.
Your secret is safe in my hands. Does Paul work somewhere? What is his surname?
His name is Paul Perks. He and his yacht Whirlpool are the champions of the Salacia Yacht Club. He sails there. I'll show you where it is on the map if you need to meet him.
A yachting champion? Huh. Well, that will be a first. I prefer dry land. And so does my suit.
Ya, igual recordemos que era marino.
These bags of yours, it looks as if you've packed your entire room. Were you planning on going somewhere?
My partner and I, we wanted a change, a fresh start abroad. But now I have to stay here.
Orphan.
Here, an orphan. I can't think of anything else right now.
Ya, vamos a ir a ver a tu novio. El club Vela, dale. Zona sur del Gran Saray. Y estamos. Ah, pero me dijo que buscara los libros, pero no.
The nicest spot in the room. Mr. Gilden spent hours of his life right here.
Staring at an elephant's backside. What a wonderful life.
Wonderful life. Un adinerado residente de Cordona, Teodoro, de 55 años, le ha comprado un elefante indio a un circo ambulante. Ha declarado que esta es una oportunidad maravillosa. En la isla no hay nadie mejor que yo para proporcionarle un hogar tan acogedor a este elefante. Es un paraíso para una criatura tan noble. El animal ya no permanecerá encerrado. De ahora en adelante será mi compañero, mi segundo hijo, lo protegerá. No teman, ciudadanos de Cordona. Soy el mejor de los ciudadanos. Solo el tiempo dirá si esto es una locura veraniega o no. La élite de Cordona está conmocionada por la noticia y aún más por los terribles barritos de la bestia. Pero van a tener que asumir ya...
His second child? An apparent son and heir, I'd say. A partnership annulled with a single stroke of a pen. What's so special about this place? Another elephant? A catchy title. I should take a photograph of the plants. I don't want to carry them around. Mother. It's nice to see her young and smiling.
Uy, ¿es la mamá?
From before Mycroft was born, our family loves to prod at the past.
Holmes's desire to rake up the past is hereditary.
Quite the spectrum, from the history of the Roman Empire to conspiracy theories of the French Revolution.
Aquí no está el libro. Aquí no está.
Oh, why do I get the worst jobs?
Voy a entregar las últimas pistas a esta mujer. Para los baños de marfil, el nombre de Azui aparecía como socio.
A. Swift, is this name familiar to you? Your father had it removed from this plan.
Oh, that's Arthur Swift. I've seen him a couple of times here. He works with my father in the old city, digging up something ancient.
He is an archaeologist?
That's the word, yes. But to be truthful, I really don't think Mr. Swift is fit to be one. I've just learnt a lot about archaeology from my favourite book series. Oh, they are page-turners.
Inspirational, I'm sure, but would you happen to know where this Mr. Swift might be found?
I don't, but perhaps you can find out somewhere.
Alexa,
My father's work with him is all
encender luz
official.
setup.
Lots of boring legal papers with signatures and stuff.
Alexa, enciende luz setup.
I can't think of anything else right now.
Ya, tranquila. Figuera. Ya, Arthur Swift y Paul. Salacia, Gran Saray, zona sur del Gran Saray. Vamos allá. Me imagino que ahí estamos. Yepa.
Excuse me, just one question.
I can't help you, friend.
May I ask you something?
Excuse me, what? I'm not sure I know.
Ya, ¿y aquí cómo voy para allá? Soy un idiota. Es Maya. Estaba equivocado, mi guachito.
Do you know anything about this?
That's a question I can answer.
Los miembros del club han comentado que Paul se perdió la carrera y nadie lo ha visto desde la mañana. Puede que esté en la sala del taller, al sur del club de Vela. Y no sé por qué me tinca que Johncito, mi guacho.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Excuse me, what?
What?
I'm not sure I know.
Vamos, inspirémonos. Pum. ¿A dónde? No me dio nada de inspiración.
Bloodied bandages. Has someone been hurt?
Viste, no, este es el que estaba sapeando, hermano.
Where would a champion hide a key?
¿Dónde escondería el campeón una llave?
A foghorn to navigate and warn others at sea.
You should have a warning
A foghorn
to
to
cover your
navigate
ears.
and warn others at sea.
We can become pirates and show them what should be stored in here.
No se me ocurre. Soy un idiota.
The champion's whirlpool. Pools bread and butter. I hope Paul is more skilled at yachting than he is at hiding keys.
Igual me costó en todo caso.
Bloodied bandages. To earn big, you have to spend big.
Facturas.
Old betting slips. Paul always bets on Whirlpool. One victory after another.
Inútil sacacuartos. ¿Crees que puedes chupar la sangre de mi familia, robarme, aprovecharse de mi hija? Eso se acaba hoy. Su carrera se ha terminado. Le haré una última advertencia. Si se niega a cooperar, pisará en terreno pantanoso. Gilden.
Mr. Gilden wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty. Additional earnings to sweeten the victory. An interesting place for a message to a champion. An expensive set of tools for woodwork. An amateur wouldn't know how to use these.
Esos son dardos.
A box full of darts. Each has a needle and can be loaded with drugs. Shipbuilding, shipwright's tricks, sail weaving.
No se me debería quedar nada más aquí, ¿cierto?
Too ordinary a room for a champion. There's no incentive to put in any effort.
Ya, no estoy de acuerdo. No puedes marcharte así como así. Te necesitamos para conseguir hojas frescas para nuestro té. Si tienes preguntas, los chicos te estarán vigilando en la carrera. Yo creo que estamos acá.
May I ask for your assistance?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Y ahí el otro es el amigo. El amigo. Este vive el nombre del socio en la Old City.
May I ask you something?
I can't help you with that, sir.
En la Old City. Vamos para allá. No podría devolverme a dejar las pistas para andar a Lope. Si no ando a Lope.
I've nothing to say about this.
No puedo echar de atrás de nuestro acuerdo. Ah, ya.
Are you aware that Paul smuggles drugs for a dangerous gang?
Mr. Holmes, I've already told you. I call him a pirate in play. He's not an actual pirate. He's a champion and a brave gentleman, not a thug.
Let us agree to disagree on that. But don't be surprised if one of his clients knocks on your door. Have you seen what your father sent to Paul?
This is despicable. My father was never a gentleman, but this crosses the line. I knew that Father wasn't fond of Paul, but this is just awful. If only he could have seen how good Paulie is to me.
Vale. Entonces quedamos en que el personaje ver lo lejos que llegaba su padre y además no quiere creer que Paul es un traficante. Pista clave conseguida.
This is quite comfy.
Vámonos por acá.
Extra, extra.
Extra, extra. Vamos a Old City. Voy a seguir por acá.
A fresh newspaper?
¿Qué se lo compro o no?
You know where to find me. A fresh newspaper? You know where to find me.
Could you help me?
I'm sorry, but I've never heard of that.
Ahora sí que vamos bien, hermanito. Cacha centro el castillo. Hacia el sur, dice.
The market square, beating heart of the old city.
I wonder if they still sell that heavenly Turkish delight around the corner.
¿Cómo se llama? Arthur Swift, el nombre del socio, trabajaba en un proyecto en Old City. No se me ocurre.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Your money doesn't impress me.
Pásate caca, loco.
Oh,
not bad.
Can I ask you a question?
No one listens to us, so why should I listen to you?
Oh, que está empezar, hermano. No tengo que seguir derecho. Tengo que seguir derecho.
Excuse me, just one question.
If I knew the answer to that, I'd have your suit in exchange.
Ya te lo doy el traje, hermanito. ¿Dónde estarán los baños del marfil, hermano?
Help me, please.
I have a question too. Who looks an idiot in his fancy clothes?
Oh.
It's you.
Te zarpaste, enano. Enano, la pulenta que te zarpaste. Aquí nadie me va a dar información. Au.
Merhaba.
Eso está ahí. Tiene que ser aquí al lado. Lo único que se me ocurre.
Help me, please.
I don't think I'm rich enough. To talk to you, sir.
Ya, nos vamos a devolver. Porque aquí no encontramos nada de pista. Puede que se nos haya pasado algo por acá. Puede que se nos haya pasado algo por acá, Sherlock. ¿Ah? Ya, pero se dio con una cancha más arriba. Ah, buena igual. El taller tiene la clave, yo creo. Porque esto me agarra, con las notas sospechosas me agarra que muchas de estas cositas rojas. Eso ya lo vimos, esto igual, esto igual. Ahí no hay entrada. Nada por acá. A ver. Esta no me aparecía delante.
Undeniably psychotropes. Not for toothache, I think.
Y dice que es caja de té.
Undeniably psychotropes. Not for toothache, I think.
Algo más por acá. Mira el libro, guacho.
Symbols of hatred. I suppose there is something for everyone, including champions.
Who knew archaeology could be so exciting?
Exciting is certainly a word.
Pero ya había entrado por acá. está haciendo ahí ese otro? Súper random el jump. Encontrado el segundo libro en manos de ya. Y aquí. No, si está todo. Están todas también.
Undeniably psychotropes. Not for toothache, I think.
Ah, me falta eso.
A typical tea tin. I wonder what he has for biscuits.
Oi! Hands off my possessions before you lose your fingers. Are you illiterate? The rules are written everywhere.
Ah, Mr. Perks, the cabin boy himself.
Champion, you mean? I was right. You are illiterate. I think a couple of shiners might teach you. One last chance. Who are you?
I'm Sherlock Holmes, a friend of our mutual acquaintance, Miss Imogen.
Look, you artichoke. Imogen has no friends. Except for me.
If you must try to insult people, it's better to know the meanings of the words that you're using.
You fancy you could teach a sailor to swear? Go ahead. Show me how inventive you are.
Stand still for a moment.
¿Me quiere pegar? No tiene nariz de Adán. O sea, no tiene nuez de Adán. ¿Es mujer? Accidente o represalia. Se ha golpeado con algo. Cacha. Paul Perks es una mujer que se disfraza de hombre para conseguir un estatus social superior, usar los privilegios propios. Es Paula Perks. Empresa su carrera como regatista. Como tapadera para hacer contrabando de mercancías para varias bandas de Cordona. Su brazo herido refleja la naturaleza peligrosa de su vida. A pesar de una fachada intrépida, suele tener problemas por su relación. Pone... Como dice, se suponga accidente en el mar abierto de vez en cuando. Las madrugadoras de este peligroso deporte, aunque esas deben haber motivo. Sale, soy terrible contrabandista. Vamos, la vez anterior que hicimos esto, me fui a la vez.
So, a woman wishes to become a real criminal, and smuggling is a stepping stone towards that? Is there not enough prestige in yachting? Or is it easier to compete with other fools like yourself? Everyone has a starting pistol, just shoot and run.
Don't say a word. I don't know where you're getting half of this nonsense, but you're on some thin ice here that I'm willing to crack.
Damn you, Paul. I'm sick of... Who's this peacock? Does he know who I am?
I definitely know who you are not. You're not a dictionary reader, at least. I wanted to see how you... pals interact with each other in your natural habitat. But I'm afraid I have to interfere.
Se viene, se viene. Se viene acción.
I'm coming for you.
Take a rest, my friend. Excuse me. No more crime for you.
The snuff's ready.
Venga. A tu casa, payaso.
Don't bother moving.
Give him the pepper snuff. Home.
Not that easy.
Time to knock this guy out.
No me lo pitié.
Can overcome the brute now.
No hay nada bueno, ¿no?
Get ready for some pain.
Vamos. Soy imbécil.
I'm coming for you.
Oh. Mazo escopepazo que me pegó. Uy. Maté a uno, sí.
The snuff's ready. Time to knock this guy out.
Welcome, Mr. Party.
Ow! No more crime for you.
Give him the pep.
I'll put you 6 feet under.
Así que lo mataba, por hermano.
The snuff's ready.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
And there's no reward for risking our lives.
Paul's explanation will suffice.
¿Dónde está Paulcito?
Your fellow mariners have a strange way of showing hospitality.
They were not my friends.
Are you sure? I would rather risk my neck for someone who's at least honest and thankful.
Perhaps then don't enter someone's life and be so judgmental, pretending you're better than they are.
Then give me your perspective and allow me to see through your eyes. What were you doing this morning, Miss Perks?
Don't call me that. I'm a champion. I was sailing.
The other club members told me that you missed the race this morning. Do champions not need to practice?
Ugh, you've talked with them already. No, I wasn't racing. I visited the doctor after that attack on me. And then I had to honor the deal with the bandits you just took care of.
I tried to tell you before, but your partners interrupted. Have you heard the news? Theodore Gilden is dead. Do you have anything to say?
Well, what a shock. To me, he was an angry old ogre. Good riddance. Was it Goliath that killed him? Did it crush him? Break his bones? Come on, tell me. I want all the details.
You have an unusual way of showing grief. Imogen wouldn't appreciate that. But yes, the animal could have been involved.
It's poetic in a way, isn't it? It takes a beast to kill a monster. I wish I could have been that elephant.
Oh.
You're asking for trouble with this smuggling business. You'd better leave it before they smuggle you out in a barrel.
Don't patronize me. I've only ever had trouble with law-abiding citizens like Gilden and you, never bandits. So ask me anything you want, and then get out of my sight.
Does this knife seem familiar? I didn't find it in your competitor's back, to be clear.
This knife is as blunt as your humor. It's a bosun's knife, but it's not mine. I wouldn't be so careless as to mislay my tools.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're suggesting.
You smuggle illicit psychotropes on your yacht. Not a delivery for the hospital, I'm sure.
Of course not. I've had to cut corners to earn some money. How might a person afford to pay for a yacht in an honest way? I don't know, although I'm smart. The buyers are my customers. Adults who are willing to pay for their pleasure, or weapons for jewels. Whatever they want me to deliver. Nothing criminal.
Well, it's your lucky day. I'm not here because of smuggling. Have you tasted this tea yourself?
I wouldn't have been a champion if I had used it. It's just a side business that keeps my career afloat. It's quite expensive to compete in yachting. Sometimes I cut corners.
Such as fixing whirlpool yourself?
Exactly. And sometimes I just have to pay. That's how I earn money. I don't sell slaves or take the last mangear from a poor family.
Oh.
It seems as though Theodore Gilden hung a sword of Damocles over your life and career. Were these only words or something more serious?
Check my forearm. Pulled muscles and bruises. Small cuts. Nothing that you could call serious.
I doubt that a man in his late 50s could wrestle you.
It wasn't him. He behaved like a rat and hired brutes. His boys tried to lock my hands behind my back, but I was faster and I escaped.
Was he so protective of his daughter, or was it your feminine secret that provoked him?
My guess is that he was protecting his property. As he saw it, he owned Imogen, and he treated her like a piece of furniture. He didn't want his daughter to be loved by anyone. What's more painful is that Theodore didn't allow me to love his daughter. Typical.
I'm not sure that your relationship with Imogen could be described as typical.
Are you afraid of a woman in trousers? Now that's typical of men.
Look what I found. A box full of darts.
Hey, that's mine.
I confiscated it. These darts appear to be filled with something. Poison? How powerful is it?
It's strychnine. Enough to instantly kill a small rodent. I haven't tried it on a human. Yet. I hope you know what you're doing.
Could it immobilize a larger animal, say, an elephant?
I've never tried, but I have wondered.
A charming picture. I've heard that champions do often pose with their trophies.
Cheeky. It is a lovely trophy, though. I'm sure you will agree.
What is it that you like most about her? Her naivety? Her father's money?
A somewhat difficult choice. Especially now that her father is out of the equation.
A. Swift. Are you familiar with this name? The gentleman had business with Mr. Gilden.
Likely just another strange and wrinkled fellow like old Gilden was. Perhaps this Swift person has a rhino, and they wanted to see which pet was stronger. In other words, I don't know who he is, but I bet he's crazy like Theodore.
I doubt that Cordona has ever boasted a battle arena for that size of mammal. You have an interesting imagination. Imogen doesn't strike me as an industrious young lady, so I find it strange that she was busy packing up all her belongings when Mr. Gilden died. That's some favorable wind in your sails, isn't it?
Is it so suspicious that a couple might embark on a trip? I wanted to thank her, so we planned to go traveling. A Theodore-free place, without elephants.
The timing of it is suspicious, however. Your lady friend becomes an orphan and heir, and there's a planned trip directly afterwards.
An improvised romantic dinner will never please a spoilt girl. A planned voyage might. It's not spur of the moment.
Cualquier pista, hermano.
What can you tell me about the elephant?
He's smarter than some people here, including his owner. Although I feel he could be dangerous, no matter how much he's fed.
Why is that? Have you ever seen Goliath attack anyone?
Well, not exactly. But I saw it, abusing some poor tree during one of its walks with Theodore. The expression on that old ninny's face was priceless. But it wasn't funny to look at. Believe me, it was frightening. I'm clueless. I don't know what this means. I'm clueless. I'm clueless.
Between yachts, darts, and notes from bandits, I've discovered many fascinating facts about you. But this, an installment of Nabe and Laura's adventures. Why did you sully your library with this?
It's a gift from Imogen. I didn't buy it. I might have turned a couple of pages, but nothing more. I swear.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt, but your literary taste has put you on my blacklist.
Vamos. Entonces podemos ir al Palacio de la Mente. haberse causado la herida. Vale. El otro está decidido a destruir la carrera de Paul y su bienestar hasta el punto de contratar criminales. Vale. Todos hacen trabajos eventuales para una organización. Yo creo que ahora hay que ir donde... Vamos a proporcionar pistas a Imogen. Imogen.
I can't think of anything else right now.
No, pensé que iba a poder. No sé qué hacer, hermano.
Lleváis casi 4 horas jugando ese juego.
No.
¿De Sherlock Holmes?
Sí.
La pantalla.
Al patio.
Destruction and trampled ground. A coal gas tank. Enough to pump up an airship. A royal suite for a favorite pet.
¿Qué me estará faltando? Ya. Entonces. Se supone que tenemos todo esto completado. Lo único que nos estaría faltando sería esto, que son los planos de construcción. Tenemos que seguir investigando sobre eso, sobre el tercer libro de John. Bueno, esto obviamente está pendiente porque nos pueden llegar a contar en caso de que agarremos al mono. Y también hay que buscar información sobre esto, sobre la vida de los elefantes. Pero lo vamos a dejar hasta aquí. Bien extenso el capítulo, pero vamos a continuar con la investigación sobre los planos de construcción de los baños de marfil en el próximo. Sería Ci vediamo